Hello everyone and welcome to the actual continuation of the matchup from 8 months ago, where I and my clanmate Archer are playing against Blockheads aka KoMiKoZa and Master B aka Eddie. Dragon and Wolf against Serpent and Serpent. Game 2. So I'm scouting what they are doing, and just in case I'm building an additional hut on my clanmate's base. Just to be safe.
I follow the dragon.
He is scouting the bottom base, whereas I am scouting the top one. I see double sword rush on the bottom base and musketeers coming on the top one. At least that's my initial understanding of what they are gonna do.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna counter it by building Alchemist Hut.
I'm going, right. Yes, all right. Yes. I follow the dragon. Yes, sir.
Alchemists are a nice counter to musketeers, and I'm not just gonna make them, otherwise we're gonna get shredded by swordsmen.
Yes.
I'm actually gonna build stables, so I'm gonna be effective against musketeers, because chemists are resistant to explosive damage and can damage musketeers back nicely. And chemists are not gonna die as quick as they do by default to swordsmen. And they can actually trample swordsmen. So it's effective against both swordsmen and musketeers. Archer is taking all the hit, as always. He got tower rushed by the Green Serpent. And the swords are coming in to finish him as well. So we have a nice combination going on. The stun from the tower makes units weaker, so swordsman can finish them easily. And Archer built hurlers, so they are kinda no match for swordsmen.
I'm going. Yes, sir.
It's looking bad for him, but he knows he's fine.
Follow the dragon.
He came to my base to build a hut as well, to gather resources, because here he's always gonna be destroyed. But that tower is still important, and I'm getting more and more horses, so I can actually attack and help him. I decide to go one by one so the tower doesn't stun me. He still decides to use the charge, but I take the horse back. So these swordsmen are no threat, and they're running away, understanding that they have nothing to fetch in here. I am trying to finish them, but not gonna happen. But I'm gonna finish this too, though. Really careful trample. Archer is telling me to go, because he can handle the musketeer tower on his own, because he has hurlers, and hurlers are good against musketeers. They're really resistant, and they deal nice pass-through damage, so they can damage the peasants that are repairing the tower. As you see, Red comes back with swords on horses, but I'm protected by my teammate's tower. So it's fine, some bad trample exchange right there. Meanwhile, I'm finishing the peasant hut of the Green Serpent, and his peasant production is frozen for a while. But I'm not gonna make any sufficient damage in here.
Yes, sir. I follow the dragon.
I'll be making Whirl, because it's the best turn of the dance. Chemists on horses usually become obsolete, so there's no point in messing them.
Yes. I follow the dragon. Yes, sir.
But horses are always important, so we can just use them for trample. And chemists still damage buildings nicely. Okay, so green is trying to build a tower right under our nose. And I nearly got trampled there, but I realized it and saved my chemist. But still, green is trying hard to build the tower under our nose against chemists, but of course I have chemists who will deny it. And no horses from red are gonna save them from this. Oh no, this poor chemist just exploded.
Yes. I'm going. Oh, yes.
Red is trying to trample me. I got baited, but I still saved my horses. And I'm gonna trample the peasants that are trying to build a tower. However, it's not a very good trample, but it's still fine to scare them off. This tower is not gonna get built by any means. As you see, Archer has ballistas, which are a nice counter against cannoneers and horses. And here my peasants were on idle. Never leave peasants on idle. Remember that advice. You should always have them do something.
Oh, yes. Hold your horses.
Okay, so it's time to go. It's really time to go because we got all the counters against whatever we are gonna put forward.
Oh, yes.
I have Whirl, and it's basically all we need, as well as ballistas. Well, as well as chemists who are great against buildings, because neither spearmen nor ballistas are good versus buildings.
Attack. Done. Yes.
Going forward, I spot the horses. I have Whirl and I have horses, but I'm gonna go with Whirl and hopefully make it. Unlucky fourth swordsman just got whirled by occasion. It was a really successful whirl. We are left without horses, at least we think so. 4 horses down, it's a really good result. And the archer is making a tower close to their base. Now it's his turn to build the tower under their noses.
Right.
I'm building a buff house to provide heals. Don't need anything else. Trying to investigate the top base, see what is going on there. While Archer is pushing the bottom base. Okay, nothing really scary on the top base. I see musketeers. No match for chemists on horses.
You tell, I go. Fast like fire.
I'm gonna once again destroy the peasant hut to freeze the peasant production for green. And make him run away to the bottom base. So we now have them cornered in the last bottom right base. Which of course works to our advantage. I'm trying to go with Whirl and whirl some peasants. And I spot the horses, but I'm able to run away safely. He can't push forward because of ballistas and towers. So I'm safe and sound. And left without punishment. My chemists are investigating the back, the usual horse spawn, to see if there's anything else hiding. There's nothing, but I'm sure they're hiding something, so I'm gonna go scout. And I spot the horses, so I can take measures. And it's a little movement fail right there. I lost 2 horses, but my whirl's coming in, but it's easy to spot because of the buildings. So they run away. And I don't do enough damage. But I still take some units with me. And then I see the second part of Red's army, which is Musketeers. I stand my ground though, recovering stamina and stuff. Because my heals are coming in, I'm betting on them. Like here, already nice trample. And I'm gonna finish that horse with ʟᴇᴇ. I'm standing on the hill because I'm better protected that way, and I still have units that can damage whatever you see on the screen right now. Idle peasants, no rice. Don't do that. Always control them, water the rice, gather the rice, do things. Don't let them stay like that. Whirl and trampling. Great combination. That way I'm able to finish most of the army in here. While Archer is dealing with all the rest of the units they got there. So they are basically defeated. I'm just gonna start attacking buildings to have them cornered. Saving Archer's ballista right there. Very nice heal. Archer is doing well himself. He's wiped their main resource spot. Without any issues. And Master B goes down. But there is red, and here is red. Blockheads goes down as well. Game 2 is finished. And it's time for Game 3. Wolf and Dragon against Serpent and Serpent.
Right, I'm going.
Same starting positions. Same stuff, basically. Let's see what the serpents come up with this time. As always, one peasant goes as a scout, and the second goes as a builder to my teammates' base, just to be safe. So I see the same stuff from green, and now red is making musketeers. They both make musketeers. That's interesting. They both have alchemist huts. I'm of course countering with chemists. Red is coming to tower rush. Wolf again. I'm just gonna make a chemist for now. So one of the first mistakes we've made here is that Red's tower is actually really bad. But Archer is unable to move to the bottom because my hut is there. And that's a problem. So he can't move and he is gonna be sniped by the tower. Meanwhile, green is doing some weird strategy that really seems really weird to me. He's using peasants and musketeers.
Oh yes. Okay.
In theory, that's one of the worst strategies one can come up with, but I am struggling against it because of how musketeers damage peasants. And I don't have enough resources to outproduce the green serpent. So my chemists are outnumbered, and I have to hide them. But he's using peasants to counter my chemists. This time. In reality, it shouldn't work, but it's working, and I'm in a really bad position. And the game has just begun, and there are already many mistakes. Musketeers are great against buildings, of course, so I'm losing the Alchemist Hat. The second Alchemist Hat. And since I'm outnumbered, I can't really compete with Musketeers. And Green is sending more peasants to counter my chemists. Meanwhile, I'm really struggling with resources and I'm not helping my teammate. That's also a mistake. We can easily wipe Red and I can build on his base. I'm not sure why I'm trying to defend the top base. It's just me being stubborn. But this time I'm just realizing that it's time to run away. And I am running away. Red is falling back because he sees the chemist coming out. Green is coming to help. Green is coming to help Red. I don't have many chemists to compete with them, as I said. And I don't have enough resources to be a good defense. And the archer doesn't have any army, and his peasants are being idle. And he's really struggling with water, and Wolf always heavily relies on water. And his hut got burned by his speech slinger as well. All my buildings, all my combat buildings are destroyed. Here I am whining, asking him why he didn't go hairless. And I'm making my own tower, which is a bad idea actually. Because we can easily counter it with pretty much anything, like cannoneers or raiders. Yeah, Archer is saying that his tower, his water got taken early, and my hut didn't let him build the one in the bottom. And he didn't make well because, well, resources. Don't have enough resources. You don't have enough resources for that. Cornered here. We already lost. But, you know, we are not giving up. Just doing things. Archer has maulers, but they just die against... we just die against musketeers. So not very useful. He's building ballistics ground to make hairless against musketeers. But there are snipers now. There are snipers now. I see that and I'm making a bathhouse to heal. But we don't have enough army to fight, so they have time to make more. You see raiders now, and we don't have army to damage raiders effectively. So he can just go around and burn us and cover himself with snipers. That's what we are doing. Very nice team play on their side. Very nice team play on their side, and we can't do anything about that because no army. Some world would quickly put an end to this, but no world, just chemists and heals, which are pretty mediocre at this stage. Archer is losing tower, and we understand it's basically game over because of how outnumbered we are, and because we have both musketeers and snipers and raiders to go against buildings. Yes, you see raiders. I don't have enough chemists to really damage them, even though we don't have many hit points. My peasants are stupid and are not using archers well, but they are still able to save the tower. But no, it's a shameful display. Shameful display on our side. Many mistakes were made, and of course, as always, any loss is experience gained. Always take lessons from whatever game you play. There's always something useful to learn from it. That's really how you become good at this game and at any other game. Yes, cannoneers are coming in. Chemists are no match for cannoneers. And I'm just trying to target units to get some kills. But we realize it's over. Yeah, I keep whining, but in reality we both made mistakes and we admitted it to each other. But still, we won this. 3 games in total and we won 2 of them. But this one was lost in a really bizarre way. I'm really not proud of what happened on the top base with the Green Serpent. But I applaud him on the really weird strategy that I was flabbergasted by. It really caught me off guard, and I wasn't able to find an appropriate counter for that. But still, nice game. Really enjoyed this set of matches. As always, thank you for watching. I finally found time to finish the production of these videos and I'm gonna post more. And hopefully you'll like what you see, because I have a lot of footage from really high skill games. There has recently been an update about patch 1.56 for the Steam version of Battle Realms, so go check it out if you haven't. That's all I can say for now. Count me out. See you on the battlefield.